Hi everybody, welcome to your next assignment. It's portrait photography. So instead of going for a movie, we're going to do still photos for a change. The assignment in one line is basically you're going to submit 5 beautiful portrait pics. Very easy. Let me run through this assignment with you so you know what you're doing. In this assignment, students will be tasked with capturing 5 portraits reminiscent of the high school senior photographs, but with a twist. Unlike traditional school portraits taken hastily against like a plain background, this project encourages students to take their time, be mindful of composition, and tell a story through each photograph. By focusing on photography, students will not only hone their skills in capturing meaningful images, but also develop essential skills for filmmaking. And thoughtful composition is crucial for both mediums. This assignment serves to enhance your future assignments in the ABFT by fostering a deeper understanding of visual storytelling. So let me just show you a few examples of what we're not doing. So when I'm saying portraits, you might think of your school pictures perhaps, or some awkward family photographs that you've had done over the holiday season. But no, we are not doing awkward pictures. We're not doing boring portraits. We're going to get creative. We're going to think about composition, which basically, well, what composition means is where everything is within the shot. Where is the light coming in? How is that hitting the face? What props are we using? How can the model interact with those props? Those kind of things. It's going to be a lot cooler than your school photographs, okay? And let's face it, I think you deserve to walk away from this assignment with a good photograph. So you'll create 5 portrait photographs and you'll submit 5 photo shoot planning sheets. So the photographs themselves, that's your major grade, and your minor grade is the pre-planning, okay? So actually, this is 5 major grades, 1 for each category. So what are the categories? Okay, so these are the different categories of photographs that you're going to be working on. The first category is creative lighting. You're going to plan and submit 1 photograph that demonstrates creative lighting, something like what we're seeing here. Now, obviously, this is done by a professional, but we can get curious with lights. We have many lights here, as well as we could use the natural light. Being curious about light will give a different effect on your model. So curiosity is key. The next one is going to be props. I want you to submit a photograph that's going to use a prop. Here, the prop happens to be a basketball. Plan and submit 1 that incorporates a prop. So you could use anything you want as a prop, but something that will help the storytelling would be good. And the storytelling would be getting a sense of the person. A portrait is getting a picture of a person. So we don't want to know just what does this person look like. It's not a mugshot. We want to know who is this person. So when we see this photograph of this guy, we can tell he's a baller. We can tell that he is passionate about it. He's a fast player because you got that swirling light around him. Now, a lot of these effects might have been done with post-production or with a very skilled photographer using a fancy camera, but you get the sense of who he is through props. So that's what I'm looking for. Who is this person? Let's use some props. Now, on your 3rd photograph, I want you to experiment with reflections. Plan and submit 1 portrait photograph that incorporates either a mirror, a puddle, or some other reflection. Reflections are really great at enhancing the look of your portrait and giving it more depth. Like this photograph right here, it would be very boring against a black wall, but here we've got like multiple dimensions happening. So I really like using reflections. The next photograph you will submit will show movement. This is also part of storytelling through a picture. When we see a movement in the shot, we can feel like we're there, understand the story of what the message is that's coming across. Here the message is that this guy, he is a great sportsman, he's a fast player. We want to, it's just way more interesting when we see movement within the shot. It's so much fun. So plan and submit a photograph that shows movement within the still image. For instance, it could be the movement of a dress twirling. It could be a swing of a baseball bat. Could be the movement of hair blowing in front of a fan. That always looks nice. It could be a jump. It could be blowing bubbles. Whatever you think would look good as movement. The next one is kind of a funny one. It's called distorted perspective. I want you to submit a photograph that shows distorted perspective. This is a classic one. Everyone does this when they go to Italy and sees the Leaning Tower of Pisa. They are standing right in front of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but it's at an angle and a certain distance that it looks like she's holding it up. So what else could be a good example of distorted perspective? Have a look at these examples. There's a lot of fun examples you could use. Feel free to Google more. So with our learning objectives for this assignment, number 1, develop an understanding of portrait photography principles, including composition, lighting, and storytelling. Apply creative thinking to reimagine traditional high school senior portraits, infusing them with personal narratives and character. Practice mindful and patience in the photography process, allowing for the deeper exploration and expression within each image, because this is what you're going to carry through as a filmmaker. We're in a world where we're rushing through every assignment, leaving it to the last minute, quick, do something quick. No, you can't do that if you're going to be a skilled photographer or if you're going to be a skilled filmmaker. You need to take the time to just look for the light, the way the hair is moving. Just look. It's almost like a meditation. Spend time over each photograph. If you rush it, I will be able to tell. Number 4, cultivate skills in visual storytelling to capture portraits that invoke emotion, convey a message, or tell a story. Transfer skills learned in photography to enhance the future assignments of audio, visual, film, television, technology, as you know. Particularly in composition and narrative development for film. So what I'm saying is that all these skills that you're going to be learning here, you're going to be transferring them to any competitions that might be coming up or future assignments. Okay, so what do? Day 1, understand the assignment by paying attention to everything on this page. You could reread it. You can make sure you watch this video to the end. Just make sure you understand what you're doing. Day 2, plan out the photography and complete the 5 photo shoot planning sheets. You're going to submit 1 sheet per photograph category. The planning sheet is available in our Teams folder, or you could get a printout from me. It looks like this. So as you'll see on the photo shoot planning sheet, it's very easy. This is just to jot down your ideas. What I'm looking for within this assignment is creativity. So that's the main thing. Pick your favorite idea and then you go and write down basically what your idea might be. It could be a few bullet points. List some possible locations. What lighting will you need? You don't have to get too technical about what lights exactly, but maybe you're thinking about bringing in some fairy lights, some little Christmas lights. Maybe you're thinking about using one of my big panel lights, doing a side light on someone's face. List the model and the wardrobe ideas. So the model obviously going to come from somebody in your group. Make sure that person's comfortable having their photograph taken. I'm suggesting around 3 people in the group. It would be one photographer, somebody in charge of lighting and wardrobe, that kind of thing, and the other person would be the model. I also suggest that you rotate this so that everyone gets a chance to experiment with the different roles and the different skills related to each role. Do you need any props? Anything you need to bring in? Let's write that down here so we don't forget. Maybe even write who's bringing it in so we know who's responsible, because you only have a week to complete this. So let's not mess around. What is inspiring you to do this? You may have seen something on YouTube. You might have seen something while scrolling some social media or whatever. I'm interested to know what you're inspired by. Then any specific themes, colors to use. So if you're thinking this is going to be a fall kind of colors, or maybe it's going to be ocean themed, any colors, just write them in there. So day 3, take photographs to satisfy 2 of the categories. Day 4, take photographs that satisfy 2 of the other categories. So this is my suggestion with how you lay out your schedule, but as you're going to be self-directed in your study, you might be jumping into photography. Let's see, maybe on day 2. You might be doing some of these photographs, meeting up together after school, like especially if there's a location that really screams, I gotta go to this location, then see if you can meet up and go there, because you are slightly limited with where we're going to shoot on campus. There's obviously forestry around us, so some trees might be nice. You can use our green screen and make it like a studio effect. We could change the green screen out so it's more like a white or black background. If you're using lights, that might be a good idea, or you can choose somewhere else. Day 5, review your photographs and select 5 that you want to submit for grading. Make sure the 5 are labeled with the category name and put it into a folder which is labeled with everyone's name, so we know who took part in your group. So you would be submitting one, for instance, that says props. You know, another one that says distorted, another one that says distorted perspective. I couldn't remember that word. Okay, so how do I get a top grade? Here we go. There's 2 sections of the rubric here. The first one is for that minor grade right here, pre-production planning. Keep it in this 3-point category to get a full grade. The photography execution, again, keep it in this category if you want to get a top grade. As we go on, we see some more examples. On the left is a bad example of a portrait. Please don't hand this in. If you think that this is a good portrait of a basketball player, no. This is a good photography right there. We've got movement in the shot, we've got interesting lighting, and to be honest, some of your photographs, they might satisfy multiple categories. You know, just because you're only working for the lighting one, it doesn't mean you can't put a prop in there. Use a prop, why not, okay? So boring lighting, distracting things in the background, like what's going on back there. Is this meant to enhance the shot? Don't really think so. But the right-hand portrait, it's by a photographer that's called Roxy Media, and he does senior photographs and he does amazing shots. If you check out some of his things right here, they just blow me away. So obviously he's a bit professional, he's been doing it for many years, but hey, why not? Let's try it. Why not, right? But wait, I don't know how to do these things. I know, you don't know how to do it. Okay, don't stress. Below, 2 tutorial videos that will help us. Photography in general is a subject in itself, and so the assignment should be viewed as an introduction to a very big and broad subject. You can use your smartphone if you want. If you're more comfortable there, you go ahead, use your smartphone. My iPhone has portrait mode, and that is amazing photography. Like, camera is superb. Or there are 5 DSLR style cameras as pictured below, like this. We have those in our equipment room. You're welcome to use them. I would suggest using them on automatic mode. There's so much to learn about camera settings, and if you're interested in this introduction, I suggest you definitely look up those things, go for a class. But right now, think of this as just introduction. I remember when I first started out with photography, they were trying to teach me all about the different settings, ISO, f-stop numbers, and it was overwhelming and it put me off photography for a long time. So for us, let's go with the automatic mode. Let's have fun with composition and storytelling. Effort and enthusiasm is counted towards this grade. When is this assignment due? You have 1 week to complete this assignment. This assignment is self-paced, but I suggest you do it one step per class. Now, I'm going to have you submit everything by next Monday. So that does mean you have a weekend. If you wanted to get together over the weekend, go to a nice location, you'll have time to do so. How is this portrait assignment graded? There's 2 practice grades, one for each video quiz. Those are always done individually. Then there's a minor grade for photo shoot planning sheet, 1 per composition category, and this is a group submission. Major grade for each photography submission. So each one a major grade. Quizzes must be completed individually, and then the photo shoot planning sheet and photograph submission can be made as a group project. I'm suggesting groups of maybe 2, 3. You'll need a camera operator, maybe a lighting director, and a model. If you do want to take somebody out of the Jaguar News team to be a model, then, well, just talk to me about it first, okay? So here are the steps to success. Step 1, that's today. We're doing the understanding. To ensure that you fully understand the assignment, make sure you read all the way to the bottom of this page or watch the entire video. Ask Ms. Hockhauser if you have any questions at all. Step 2, watch and learn. Watch these 2 videos and submit 2 of the quizzes. If the school firewall is blocking this educational video on your device, then you may have to watch it on maybe as homework, or you could watch it on the Mac, or I can put it up on the big screen for you so you can watch it there. But please use your time wisely. These classes, I expect good time management skills. Self-paced doesn't mean leave it to the last minute or just do it the night before it's due. Also, these videos, they're going to be good for prepping you for the actual project. That's the whole point of doing them first. You got to do them first so you learn the skills and then do it, not the other way around, okay? So how to use your smartphone for a great portrait. As you can see, I've been blocked on this because I'm doing this on my own personal Mac, so I got blocked. But there's a YouTube video there, and there's the Illuminate quiz underneath. 10 questions, pretty easy. The next one is how to get great natural lighting, because you may want to take the shots outside and it's not really easy to start taking lights outside. So how are we going to use the lighting outside to our advantage? Don't forget the quiz. Here it is. Step 3, photo shoot planning sheets. So get into groups of 2 or 3, brainstorm together what type of portrait will you create, who will be the model, what props will you use, what location do you need, talk about interesting angles, what story will the picture tell, what expression, mood, vibe will the model need to express. Like, for instance, if you're going for an athlete, like, do you want him to be like super serious, or she should be like, maybe you could spray some water on her face so that she's, you know, dripping sweat, like she's been working on her workout or whatever. These are all options, up to you entirely. What wardrobe or costume will the model wear? Like, for instance, if you are going for a football vibe, you got to make sure that whoever's bringing in their jersey has their football jersey on them. Hand in 5 photo shoot planning sheets to Miss Hockhauser for a minor grade. Step 4 is the lights, camera, click. So that means that you collect all your props, your cameras, your lights, go out, shoot, 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 shoot. Like, make sure that that camera is clicking as much as possible. The more you click it, the more options you're gonna have. Step 5, review and select the photos. Review all of the photographs that you have done in your group. Make a joint decision on which 5 photographs you should submit for grading. Name each photograph with a category name. Place in a photo which has, put it in a folder, that has all of your group clearly labeled. Now, this is something that I want you to consider. A lot of the photographers will use some After Effects or some software like Photoshop or Lightroom that's going to help enhance the photographs. But all of the photography that we're doing is just in camera. So you're not being judged on anything that you do after you take the photograph. If you want to put a filter on it and see if you can enhance it in different ways, maybe you've got a little app in your phone or something, feel free to be experimental. That's the whole name of this game, is like being experimental. So definitely do that. But if you don't have any access to anything like that, don't worry. Just, let me know. It's fine. Like I say, I'm looking for that effort and enthusiasm. Step 7, just submit your assignment and relax. So attach to Teams for grading. Upload the photo file with all the names on it of everyone in your group. But at the end, you're going to see it says here, full disclosure. Photography is a vast subject that cannot be mastered in one go. While this assignment aims to ignite your interest, becoming a proficient will likely require years of practice. Most of the examples here, they're from professional photographers, so don't be discouraged if you're not quite at that level yet. Embrace curiosity. Just make sure you're using all the lighting, different angles, and just enjoy the process. Grading will take effort and enthusiasm into consideration. Okay, let's get on with it and enjoy. Make sure you start with those videos and quizzes, because those will have some really good tips on exactly what you have to do.